Sully. We have our barking dogs right beside us. He is doing like a rock star. I was expecting a little bit of a breakdown today. Yesterday was awesome. He did great. But sometimes on that next day, after we have a great day, sometimes we have a little bit of a working day. But he is rock star in it. I've had no reaction at all. We have this nice loose leash. I mean, I'm still having to give corrections to help him stay calm, cool, and collected, but they are very, very minimal. He is doing an awesome job watching the other dog and looking, but not engaging. He is responding amazingly to my corrections. Here are the dogs over here, if you can see them behind that fence. And he's just rock star in it. I have that straight arm at my side, walking with me. Okay, we're going to turn around. I'm going to have him on the side of the dogs and see how he handles that. So he's definitely looking more now that he's on the dog side, but he's still responding wonderfully to the flicks. He has this nice loose leash right beside me. He's doing amazing. His anxiety overall has really come down leaps and bounds. He really loves that bed, and he'll chill on it as we go in and out. When he's in his reflection space, he's doing awesome. When we're on the walks, he's doing awesome. Giving him these coping skills have really helped him feel safe and secure, and he feels awesome, and he's doing a great job. Really, really proud of how far Sully has come so quickly. However, when he gets home, he will try to go back to his old ways. That's why we make these videos, so you know how to reinforce what he has learned so that he performs at home for you the same way he does for us. And this is awesome. How great is this? So Camp and Sully are doing an awesome job. They've had their free play, they've had their training walk, and now we're at their bed. We're gonna go briefly to reflect so we can go back to some free play and another training walk. They both go home today, so they have their leaving lessons today. So I wanna get a couple quick videos in so I can send them to you before they come on how the pickup process works. Important things to remember, I've gone over all the steps over and over again. You have all the tools you need. Just understanding they're doing awesome right now, and so this is the way we want them to go, and we want them to continue to progress past this point. When they first go home, you're going to see a lot of the behaviors you saw in the beginning of the videos, where they're getting off the beds, where they're pulling on the leash, where they're excitable with dogs. That's how we make those videos, so you can see how we correct, because they're going to do it when they get home to see if the rules are the same, because when they left, they didn't have those rules. Now they've learned the rules, but when they go home, will the rules still be the same? And you're going to go, yep, all the rules are the same. I'm going to use the same tools, the same techniques, the same pattern, and so then they'll pick it up really quickly and nicely. So making sure you follow the same pattern, and you follow those, so the pattern being those 4 steps: the free play, the training walk, the bed, reflect, and the steps of the 5 tools for getting them to walk on a loose leash, having them be on their beds at all time, or in their reflection space. So they're rocking it. We have people coming in and out. You heard Iris come in like howling or something, and Sully is like sleeping through it over there. And Camp is looking but didn't react or stand up. We've been knocking on the doors and just introducing them to all that high excitement, and they're doing a great job. Sully has been doing great at training. So today's his last day. We go home, so I just want to make sure we cover everything one more time, even though it's in all the videos, just so we can make sure everyone understands completely. Okay? So Sully's rocking it. I'm really impressed actually with how fast he's picking everything up. But when he gets home, he's going to push the limits. He's going to say, I learned all these things at training, but do they apply at home? Because before they did, right? So you want to make sure everything we've learned, you apply at home. So when you get home, you're going to try to keep the schedule the same. You're going to have free play, training walk, bed, reflect, okay? Free play, again, is when they're outside in the fenced yard or on a long line running around and just playing free spirit. Pretty much all you're wanting them to do is get their wiggles out, but no jumping on you, no barking at you, still no rude behavior, but it's their free time. Training walk, that's where we go on the bed, or that's where we go on the walk, and we're walking right beside us at a nice heel with a loose leash. We're using those 5 tools to make sure the leash, oh my goodness, the leash is loose beside us. We have the zigzags, the rollbacks, the flicks, the direction change, and the reset. So we have 5 tools we can use for keeping that leash loose at all times. That's what you'll do anytime there's pressure on that leash. Okay, so free play, training walk. Now we're on to bed. Sully will be on the bed anytime he's in the home and you're able to kind of be present in the home. He's been on there for multiple hours. He's doing great at it. You're going to knock on things. Coming! Here I come! Let's see if he's naughty and we'll correct it. Hey, how's it going? Just a second, I need a door for you. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, come on in. Oh, come on down. Hey, how's it going? He did awesome. He's laying back down there. He's like, no one's here. You're going to practice while on the bed. I want you to, if you have an Alexa or a phone or like a laptop, play sounds that drive dogs crazy. There's barking, there's whistling, there's cows mooing, there's bells, there's doorbells, there's knocking, there's different voices. Anything you need to get him used to that. You can put on some Halloween costumes and make some pots and pans as you walk around the house. You can have your children or grandchildren come over and just run around the house like we did. Anything to get him used to what he might be exposed to before it's time. You want to get him used, if you're going to have a Halloween party and you're going to have trick-or-treaters, get him used to knocking on the door and carrying around a big bowl of candy so he doesn't think they're his treats and he tackles you at the door and eats all your candy and scares off the kids, right? You have to practice it before the time gets there. So you're going to practice all those things. We're doing it here, he's doing awesome, but you have to reinforce that at home. Okay, so that was the bed. And then we have reflect. Reflect is a kennel, a laundry room, a mud room, any place that doesn't really have windows. It's quiet, it's calm, it's relaxing. It's a place for him to go and reflect, to think about what have I learned during training. It was so much fun, it was positive, I rocked it, how can I be better? And it's just going to amplify his ability to move more quickly through the training program. So that reflection is important. You're going to mesh those 4 training steps into your life. So you're not going to cut out 8 hours a day for training. You're going to work the training into your schedule so that not into your schedule, with your schedule, so they can complement each other. So you want to do them together. You want to make sure he's sitting politely at doors when he comes in and out. He's not barging before you. He's waiting for that little tug to come. He's rocking that right now, though he does take a few reminders. You want to make sure when you do that reset and you lift up that weight of an apple and you're waiting for him to put his bum down, you want to make sure he keeps his bum down. And he practices just sitting there for 20 seconds, 20 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever. We just want him to get used to just chilling and how good it feels to just be calm. His anxiety is way, way down from when he came here. He is calm, cool, and collected. He's enjoying life. He's having fun, but he's not as anxious about it because he has a safe spot and he is loving this routine. So the routine is really important, keeping it the same. When you get home, when he goes home, you're going to do the 4 routines, the 4 steps, at least twice a day, 3 times if you can make it work, but at least twice a day. And you want to make sure you really stick to the training and the bed program. If you don't do both of those, it really makes it hard for him to progress. He's doing really well. I can't think of anything specifically to watch out for, except for when you go to put the leash on and when he meets new people. When you go to put the leash on, he likes to tap with your hand. We don't do that. Don't let him tap with your hand. Just go and then just stop what you're doing, and then go ahead and put the leash on when he stops poking you with his hand. Okay? We're not gonna poke us. The other thing we're going to watch for is when we put the leash on, he gets super excited. So we need to make sure we're helping him be calm. We're going to put it on, and we're going to be calm, cool, and collected. I know you love going on the walks, but we have to be in a calm state of mind. So you'll apply that distance pressure like you would if he's on a bed, help him be calm, and sometimes he will duck his head down or lay down for a belly rub when you're trying to put the leash on. You're just going to try to work with that or sit him up so that You're putting it on so it becomes easy for both of you. If it's hard getting it on or he is too excited, it's not going to be a productive lesson, right? So you want to make sure you start the lesson off correctly by helping it be a calm, cool, collected experience.